The ocean was a vast blue emptiness, and for the divers, it was a world of silent wonder. But on this dive, off the coast of Mexico, the silence was broken by an unnerving pattern. A great white shark, nearly 15 feet long, was swimming in tight, frantic circles. It wasn't hunting, it wasn't patrolling, it was a dance of pure desperation. The dive team, led by a seasoned marine biologist named Maria, watched from a safe distance, their professional curiosity mixed with a primal fear. Sharks don't behave this way. Their movements are efficient, purposeful. This was chaos. The shark would swim in the same small circle a dozen times, then thrash wildly, its powerful body contorting in the water before starting the maddening pattern all over again. Maria knew something was terribly wrong. This was the behavior of an animal in extreme distress, an animal trapped not by a net, but by something they couldn't see. Regulations, common sense, and the instinct for self-preservation all screamed the same thing: surface immediately. A distressed great white is one of the most dangerous things in the ocean. But Maria saw something in the shark's eye as it passed by their cage. Not aggression, but a desperate, intelligent plea. It was as if the shark knew they were there, and it was its last, fading hope. "We have to get a closer look," Maria said into her comms, her voice steady despite the hammering in her chest. Her team thought she was insane, but they trusted her. They slowly moved out of the cage, their movements fluid and calm, trying to project an aura of non-aggression. As they got closer, the source of the shark's torment became horribly clear. A thick, nylon rope was wrapped around its dorsal fin, cutting deep into the cartilage. The other end of the rope was anchored to a heavy, rusted boat, mooring on the ocean floor. The shark wasn't just swimming in circles, it was tethered to its own death sentence. It could only swim as far as the rope allowed, a cruel, invisible leash. It was slowly starving, unable to hunt, and exhausting itself in a futile bid for freedom. The realization changed everything. The fear vanished, replaced by a wave of urgent, heart-wrenching empathy. This magnificent apex predator had been reduced to a prisoner, doomed to die a slow, agonizing death because of human carelessness. Maria knew what she had to do. "I'm going in," she announced. "Get the wire cutters, cover me." It was a potentially suicidal mission. The shark was agitated and immensely powerful. A single flick of its tail could break bones. A panicked bite could be fatal. But as she approached, something incredible happened. The shark stopped thrashing. It grew still in the water, watching her with an unnerving calmness. It seemed to understand. It was placing its life in her hands. Her partner handed her the heavy-duty cutters. Her heart felt like it was going to explode. Time slowed down. The only sounds were her own breathing and the gentle currents of the sea. She moved toward the shark's back, avoiding its powerful tail and its formidable mouth. She reached the dorsal fin. The rope had cut so deep that the flesh had started to grow over it. It would be difficult to cut without causing the shark more pain. She positioned the cutters, her hands shaking slightly. The shark remained preternaturally still, its massive body a testament to a trust that should not have been possible. It was a sacred contract between two of the world's most intelligent beings, one from land, one from sea. With a surge of strength, she squeezed the handles of the cutters. The thick rope resisted, then, with a loud snap that echoed in the silent water, it broke. The release was instantaneous. For a moment, the shark remained still, as if it couldn't believe it was free. Then, with a powerful surge of its tail, it shot forward, no longer bound by its prison. It was free. Maria and her team watched, breathless, expecting it to disappear into the deep blue, but it didn't. It swam about 50 feet away, then turned and came back. It slowly swam past Maria, so close she could have touched it. It turned one of its dark, ancient eyes towards her, and in that moment, Maria felt a connection, a clear and unambiguous acknowledgement. A thank you. Then, with a flick of its tail, it was gone, a grey phantom vanishing into the abyss. Back on the boat, the team was silent, processing the miracle they had just witnessed. They hadn't just saved an animal, they had communicated with it, cooperated with it. They had entered its world and been accepted. The encounter left a permanent mark on Maria's soul, a profound understanding of the intelligence and sentience that thrived in the depths. Sometimes, the greatest barriers are not between species, but between desperation and compassion. And a single act of courage can sever the ropes that bind us all.